Hello friends, and welcome to another Pauper League. We're going to be playing Orzhov Pestilence today. This is a deck that has actually gained a little bit of traction since the meta has shifted. While it is not one of the top 3 decks, it does have fairly good matchups against the top 3 decks. So we're going to put that to the test and give this deck a shot. I have played this deck previously, very much enjoyed it, and we are going to be noticing a few changes because of the meta. So we're playing Thorn of the Black Rose, which has Death Touch. We don't care as much about the 4 toughness to survive lightning bolts anymore. We're more interested in having the creature that is going to trade with the 4/4. We're also playing fewer Bonder's Ornament. Pauper isn't really about the mid game anymore. So Bonder's Ornament is going to be very good if we wind up in the late game versus some of these decks, but against like Chatterstorm, Bonder's Ornament is quite bad. Speaking of Chatterstorm, we're playing Echoing Decay, Castigate, Duress, Pestilence, Crypt Rats main deck. These are all going to help us to win that game, as well as Divest is going to actually hit a couple of the cards that they do have. So we might be able to take a Lotus Petal out of their hand, for example. But Divest is going to be getting much more use in the Affinity matchup, where it's going to be able to take lands out of the opponent's hand. Speaking of hating on Affinity's lands, we got 4 Dust to Dust in the sideboard. So this is mostly going to be used to exile a pair of lands when we play it. We have plenty of other cards that are here to kill creatures, but this will also exile creatures in a pinch. We have the rest of our Duress in the sideboard. We got a couple of Trespasser's Curse, as well as a 3rd Echoing Decay. These are going to be for Chatterstorm. And then we have a pair of Lone Missionary and 3 Circle of Protection Reds versus the Burn decks. Burn is another deck that is stuck around through Chatterstorm. So while we haven't seen it in many of our leagues recently, it is still around. 2-land hand. Not looking great, honestly. Let's see here. So last seen 5 days ago playing a black-red deck, Chatterstorm. So they were last seen playing Chatterstorm. I mean, we have the Echoing Decay, so let's keep this. It's not terrible if they're not playing Chatterstorm. If they are playing Chatterstorm, it could be quite good with the Echoing Decay and Crypt Rats. Okay, so they are playing Chatterstorm. Echoing Decay could be very good here. Oh, the Divest? We could hit them with Divest, but then we take down Echoing Decay for a turn. I think I'm just going to hold up the Decay. Hopefully we'll draw a land next turn so we can divest something and hold up Decay. But the hits for Divest are pretty slim. We would be hoping to grab a Lotus Petal. It's not like Duress where we would be able to grab like a Galvanic Relay or a First Day or something. So we're going to have to wait a moment as the opponent considers their potential plays for turn 2. This deck is incredibly quick, so it can put out some pretty interesting play lines on turns 2 and 3. Oh, they're putting a Petal down. Yeah, that makes sense, so they don't have to discard. and we wasted our turn to basically do nothing. So it doesn't get too much better here. I think we still just have to hold up Echoing Decay. We don't have a land to play, so Echoing Decay is our path to victory here. Kind of priced ourselves into this with the hand when we saw the Bojuka Bog Radiant Fountain Decay hand. Hopefully we'll draw a land next turn. Now, seeing what we're doing here, opponents should probably try to play through the Echoing Decay. They're under no pressure at all, so they can just play lands, draw cards, and try and get to a double first day of class turn. Or they might also just want to go for a Galvanic Relay. But like I said, they're under no pressure, so they can just play land go for now. Which is something they're going to be much better at than us for a couple of turns. Their lands produce 2 mana, where ours only produce 1. I mean, we do have a 2 mana land. We're playing one of the Karoo lands. But drawing a Karoo land here would be incredibly awkward because it would take down Echoing Decay. So this is the part of the game where we practice patience. Opponent does have a lot to think about. And I think that I saw on the MtG bot thing that came up at the start of the game that they are also double queuing in a Pioneer League. So that could absolutely be some of the delay that's going on right now. All right, so they're back, and they're deciding to go for it here. So I went ahead and set an auto yield to stop at the beginning of combat. We don't really have any way to interact with them until they put their creatures onto the board. So I want them to think that we just really don't have anything. And they're going to relay. So the relay is not very good. Okay, we get planes. I mean, that is a thing. So like I was saying, the relay is not super good, but we only have 1 black source. So if I want to divest to take a peek, that's going to cost us. We can also Castigate, or we could just lay down Crypt Rats this turn and hope they don't kill us. I'm going to lay down Crypt Rats. Because the Galvanic Relay was not great, so we're going to just hope that opponent doesn't have it this turn. Although that is not guaranteed in any means, because they have the these 2 eggs. So they're going to be able to draw 2 cards with this and 2 more cards with Night's Whisper. So this is a great turn for them to go off here. Pauperino. That's right, Pedro. What's this pile about? Making our opponents as miserable as possible. If we're talking about my deck, but we could also say that about the opponent's deck. So yeah, basically we're playing a destruction, disruption-based control list. So we've got these True Name Nemesis wannabes. Oh, there's a first day. So that's might be death here. It's probably just straight death. They still got 7 cards left in hand, so they should be able to put the last bits of storm in. Taking our shields down here was the wrong move, I guess. Misery loves company? All right. We're all here for it. Good morning. It is the morning here. Although I have been up for several hours. They would have duressed it anyways. Fair. Because, you know, they always have it. Okay, so they do have Chatterstorm available next turn. If they don't just have it right now, and they do. Okay, so this is GG. It's 11:15 over there. 7:15 over here. Oh, you're waiting after getting your dose. First or second? All right, all right. I got my second, or sorry, I got my first, I guess, a couple weeks ago. All right, so we bring in Echoing Decay, we bring in Trespasser's Curse, bring in Duress. What do we want to take out here? I'm not too into the Divest. It does have a couple of hits, but they're not that interesting. Guardian of the Guildpact, not very interested in. Thorn, not that great. Like, honestly, a lot of things in here are just not that great. We have to decide, like, what the worst cards are and take those ones out. Because a lot of the stuff that's going on here is just mediocre. And we're only really bringing in 5 cards, so we're going to be taking these cards out. Chainer's Edicts and Cast Downs. Okay, in Portugal they opened up the queue for people over 35. Your wife made you do it? Oh, she's taking care of you then. I'm just wondering if, like, I think Relic is just going to be better than having a removal spell. So we'll bring Relic in. If we can bring one more card in, maybe we could bring in some Dust to Dust. I think it's better than, like, Chainer's Edict or Cast Down. Because they're going to be putting down their eggs, and we can just Dust to Dust a pair of eggs, and then they don't get to draw the cards. All right, see you then, Pedro. Drive safe. Coming up to the end of our sideboard time. I wonder if our opponent is sideboarding for this matchup, or if they just went back to their other game of whatever. Don't even remember what it was at this point. Pioneer. We got a Castigate. Otherwise, the hand is not great. So do we keep a hand based on Castigate? I mean, we got lands too, so that's pretty important. It's again, not great. I'm going to keep this and hope that we draw into some stuff. Okay, another Castigate. Let's exile some cards from their hands. Robin Hood, coming in with a hydration. You got it, friend. Kind of thinking we just take Chatterstorm here. So now they have to find one of 3 cards left in their deck to win the game. Okay, so they do find land. Let's get the Night's Whisper out of there. Another Castigate. We're going to be casting Castigate all day. Play the Relic. I'll have to try and remember to save targets on that next time. And Castigate you again. Manamorphose. Could just get the Night's Whisper to seal them off of getting more cards. Take the Night's Whisper. And passes back to us. Okay. I'm going to Castigate again. Just keep ripping their hand to pieces. Take the Chatterstorm. They only have 2 Chatterstorm left in their deck. And I guess I'll Bojuka Bog, get that land out of my hand. Doesn't really do anything, but it does set us up to 4 mana, so we can at least play our clock out. And I think I'll probably end up drawing a card. So let's just go ahead and do that. Oh, nice. Trespasser's Curse. So this is definitely a good thing, but it isn't enough by itself. Okay, so we know their hand. They just played a land. Echoing Decay, wonderful draw. Alright, so 1, 2, 3 plays Pristine Talisman, and then we have enough for Trespasser's Curse, or we can hold up Echoing Decay while we have the Curse. So I think that's way better. Let's just do that. Choose target player. Play the Curse and pass the turn. Alright, we got something going now. Those Castigates were a pretty good start, taking away a pair of Chatterstorms from the opponent. So they only have 2 left in 47 cards, but they also have Galvanic Relay. So once they storm off, they're going to be able to, quote-unquote, draw, like potentially 10 or more cards for the next turn. So they can chew through their deck in like 2 turns. All right, we are actually F6'd here, so we're just waiting on the opponent to take their turn. One of the big differences between Modo and Arena is that we on Modo have a chess clock, whereas Arena has I don't know how really to describe that. It's more like a turn timer, where you have so much time to take your turn, and then it will just pass for you. Whereas on Modo, you have 7 or 8 minutes to make any action. So, pass priority, the opponent waits 6 minutes, and then they start their turn. The only penalty is they're 6 minutes off their clock. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. If we play Guardian right now, we take down Echoing Decay. So let's just play the Pristine Talisman and pass the turn. We'll start gaining a life every turn. And this will also give us the mana to play Guardian of the Guildpact and hold up Echoing Decay. Okay, so opponent's going. That is the Dark Ritual we saw. We can take that off the list. Okay, Chromatic Sphere. We should probably just pass to the beginning of combat here. The Arena Rope is really bad system, in your opinion. You can time out if you take 2 minutes to combo off while doing game actions. Yeah, I really wasn't a big fan of that system for reasons very similar to that. Doctor of Time, MtG. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow, friend. Cool handle, by the way. Alright, so I wasn't quite paying attention to everything they were doing. It looks like they've basically played out their hand here. Was there a first day of class? There wasn't. There was no first day. Okay, that's good. We can just leave these things lying around. We don't need to use the Echoing Decay yet. If they have a, what's the name? Gut Shot in their hand, then Echoing Decay isn't going to work very well. Okay, so they actually played their last card, so we're safe to Decay. And hopefully they'll just concede to that. And they do. I kind of figured that they might, despite the time that they're taking away from us as they're double queuing. I'm pretty sure they're doing that because they actually value their time quite highly. So we're just going to resubmit here. I don't think I want to make any changes. Briefly getting back to the discussion we were having about the differences between Moto and Arena and the clocks. Personally, I would really like a kind of amalgamation between the two. Kind of like you would use in Go. Yeah, we keep this. As turn 2 Echoing Decay, potentially. Really hoping for a land off the top so we can just turn 1 Duress. Hey there, Blind. Welcome, welcome. Nice draw. Okay, so we can turn 1 Duress. Turn 2, hold up Echoing Decay. Perfect. Alright, so it's a choice between Night's Whisper and First Day of Class. Tough choice, actually. But we do also know they have a Lotus Petal in hand for the Divest to hit, which is nice. What am I going to take? The First Day or the Night's Whisper? Tough choice, tough choice. I think I'm going to take the First Day. Because they need 2 First Day of Class to play through Echoing Decay. And this makes it very unlikely that they're going to be able to kill us on their turn. Okay, there goes the Night's Whisper. We should actually hit 6 instead of 2. They're going to have more game actions, maybe? Nope. Okay, so Sandstone Needle was the card they drew. So we could divest one of their cards right now which takes down Echoing Decay. But it's going to be a while before we could potentially use Decay or any other card besides holding up Decay, I mean. And we took away their first day. Now, they got to draw 2, though, so they could just have, like, drawn the perfect 2 cards. Let's not just lose the game. You're very brave there, Blind. Sometimes the brave play is the right play. Okay, so they play the Crevice. We can play the Scoured Barrens. And we can divest next turn. So we can take one of their eggs, or we can take their petal. Oh, they have Chatterstorm in hand already. I think I'm going to take one of their eggs, so they just don't have that ability to draw that card. They have quite a bit of mana, I think. We have to get this Guardian of the Guildpact onto the board before we can get Pestilence onto the board, so we need 6 mana to do that. Yeah, exactly, Blind. We end up taking the star. So we have 4. So in 2 turns, we can get Guardian of the Guildpact onto the board, and then we can get Pestilence onto the board after that. So we might as well play a tap land this turn if we're not playing Guardian. You're saying the delay is pretty big? Yeah, that is something that I've noticed happens quite a bit on my streams. I mean, it's fairly common on Twitch, but it seems like I have a longer than average one in general, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll be moving at the end of the month, so hopefully I'll have a better internet connection at my new place. And with a better internet connection, I might be able to still actually looking, and the time is getting short. I'm feeling a little bit of anxiety about it, but I'll find a place. System is kind of messed up, you know. I got to give notice that I'm leaving, but the places that are like available to rent, I only, hey, it's available for rent in 2 weeks. No, I'm not going to rent it to you 2 months from now. I'll get someone in 2 weeks to get this place. Not a great system. Oh, Castigate? I kind of got a Castigate here. Just take the Chatterstorm out of their hand. Oh, they have double Chatterstorm. I'll take one of them. Should I just take the Manamorphose then? Nah, we'll get rid of the Chatterstorms. One, two, three, four, five, six. I should have played the tap land this turn, since we weren't going for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Do they play Winding Way, the opponent? No. Oh, Weather the Storm, maybe? Oh, and they pass back? This is really good news for us. Start with a Duress. Take the other Chatterstorm. Attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we still have 3 mana up, so let's play this Pestilence. Pass turn. GG, opponent. I mean, it is possible. They could potentially have, they would need a triple first day of class. And I think that would be very difficult. So yeah, they just go ahead and concede, like I was saying before. They value their time very highly. So why bother playing out the rest of this, this match when they can just move on to the next match? Move on to the next league, try and get those points, those tickets, whatever they're looking for. We're on the draw. We have Chainer's Edict. I don't know. Like, this hand is so-so. I'm going to keep it. Mediocre keeps. Just wondering about a mono-black deck? Oh no! We're playing against the Chatterstorm again. Okay, well, we have turn 1 Duress. That's it. If we can get to 3 mana, we have Crypt Rats. We're going for the Duress turn 1 so they don't kill us turn 2. Alright, so they're probably not going to be going off anytime soon, and by that I mean next turn. We can take away their first day of class, or we can hit their mana. Hitting Faithless Looting doesn't seem all that great. I imagine that first day of class is the get here. That could save us a couple of turns. And if we can get this Crypt Rats to stick, then we'll be okay. So land, please. Nice. We'll play this tap land so that we can play Crypt Rats on turn 3. And once we untap with Crypt Rats, we've basically won the game. Ooh, looks like opponent's going. We don't have anything to do, so we'll just hit F6 and sit back as the opponent does their thing. Okay, Double Knight's Whisper. I mean, that's definitely worth a token off your Peat Bog and a Dark Ritual. They play a land. They're probably going to stop here. Oh, they're going for it again. So this is going to be a relay, would be my guess. There it is. No Chatterstorm on the relay. Nice. So we're just going to play Crypt Rats and hope. Go ahead. This is what I got. Not sure if I responded to your mono black deck comment. We haven't seen much mono black and Pauper lately. But I mean, it's always been around as well. It's actually mono black is the deck that got me back into Magic. Mono black and Pauper. It's always been like a very mediocre deck, middle of the road, but I don't know, there's just something about that black magic that keeps bringing me back. I want to cast my Chittering Rats. I want to cast my Grey Merchants. And Pestilence is one of my all-time favorite cards. Actually, I got someone to quit a tournament once by playing a Pestilence. We were playing a what I thought was a Pauper tournament, but found out later that it was a format that a couple of people had gotten together and kind of like, oh, well, we'll play all commons. Okay, yeah, cool. And then, you know, like we'll only have commons that are like $1 or less. Oh, yeah, great, great. So they had these extra rules that weren't advertised, which was kind of like, what? Anyways, I ended up playing this wicked deck with Pestilence in it, and I slammed that down, and they're like, what? That's not a common. Yeah, it is. It's uncommon on the symbol right there. No, it's fine. It's not actually like that. Well, you can't play that card. Well, yeah, I can. It's a common. Well, I don't like it. I don't really care what you like, friend. Now, that definitely went a little bit sideways. But, I mean, what are we doing anyways right now? Waiting for our opponent to combo out and kill us. They got green mana here. That's really scary. And 7 cards in hand. Wow. Alright, so let's catch back up on chat here. Just wondering about, yeah, Black Magic Woman, not you, but some woman that is a black mage, yep. Sounds like a song. Once made a person quit magic, didn't do anything wrong. Ooh. Blind Judge is a VIP here. Like this channel even more. Hey, there we go. So hey there, Gabby. What's up, what's up? Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, opponent manages to kill us. I don't know why it waited for us on the last one there. Weren't we like F6'd? Why did it hold priority? Anyways, opponent gets us. We put down Crypt Rats, and opponent's like, well, this is our shot. Let's take it. And it worked. Alright, so we're going to do the same thing as last time, if I can remember what that was. We bring in Echoing Decay, Trespasser's Curse, Duress. We bring in Relic and Dust to Dust, just to get some extra cards, because we want to take out all of these cards. Chainer's Edict and Cast Down, all gone. Kind of wondering if, like, more copies of Dust to Dust or Lone Missionary are going to be better than, like, Bonder's Ornament and Pristine Talisman. The reason I'm considering Lone Missionary is it's a really cheap creature that we can get onto the battlefield and start swinging. But I don't think this game is really going to be about that. By the time a Lone Missionary would be able to kill the opponent, we're already looking at like turn 14. And at that point, we would be looking to have a Pestilence on the board or a Crypt Rats, and that is what's going to be winning the game, not attacking for 2. We got a Duress, but that's really it. I'm going to mulligan this. See if we can find something with Echoing Decay and some lands that we can actually cast our spells with. This was a close one. Let's mulligan again. Alright, we'll keep here. So we keep Echoing Decay, we keep Duress, we keep Swamp. Radiant Fountain, so we can play Duress turn 1 and Echoing Decay turn 2. We gotta get rid of 2 cards, so I'm thinking I'll probably keep the Read the Bones or the land. I'll probably keep the land. That's a lot of mana. Let's just take the Manamorphose, I guess. Okay, let's mark off that Peat Bog. Oh, the Castigate? Hey, alright. Glad we're thinking the same thing, Blind. I'm just going to hold up Echoing Decay forever. So we'll yield until their beginning of combat, because that's the first time we would want to cast the spell. If they're going to cast Duress, they're going to do it before they chatter. So we might as well save time off our clock. Not that it's going to be much of an issue. Okay, we'll play Scoured Barrens here and pass. And then next turn we can Castigate and hold up Echoing Decay. Beginning of combat. Yield until here. Oh, the old Wildfires and Indestructible Lands. What a combo. I honestly love that that is in Pauper. I think it's super interesting. Really, I think it's super cool. One of the things that I'm eager to experiment with is getting back to the Gruul Cascade. It's not really something that's too viable right now, but I think that it would be really fun to play once we can. So many manas. Let's just take their first day of class. Pass turn. Okay, they play a land, so we know the exact contents of their hand. Do we want to castigate any of those cards? Not particularly, but I would really like to play this Trespasser's Curse. Okay, so they have an unknown card now. Might as well castigate. Nice. Take the Chatterstorm. Yeah, the Trespasser's Curse is pretty good. If we can get 2 of them on the board, that's almost GG. Another Duress? Oh, I mean, might as well. What else are we doing? Just mana in their hand. Alright, I guess we take the Cabal Ritual then. That's the best mana. The Lotus Petals are their colored mana, but with Geothermal Crevice, they can get green. So yeah, we'll just take the Cabal Ritual, which is their best mana. Pass back. Hope we can draw Crypt Rats in a second. Crypt Rats, let's go. Divest? Yeah, I mean, they have hits, so let's cast it. Take a Lotus Petal. We're going to take their nice petal, leave them with the ugly one. Yeah. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about their Duress. When they get it, they get it. And I mean, Echoing Decay is something they can play around as well. What we really are looking for are Crypt Rats. Pestilence is good, but at the beginning of the end step, if no creatures are on the battlefield, sacrifice Pestilence. So until we get a creature on the battlefield, Pestilence has to stay in our hand. Sign in Blood. It's a pretty good one for them. Plays a swamp, and it looks like they're passing. Okay. Get another draw step. I mean, I guess. Might as well return the fountain. Alright, so how's our black mana situation? 1, 2... Play the fountain, we still have 4. So we could, like, Echoing Decay to reduce their creatures to 1/1s, and then the next turn, Pestilence them away. So if they have, like, 3/3 creatures, we can make them all 1/1s, is my thinking. We should be yielding until there. Okay, so they're going. They cast their Dark Rituals. This is the turn. So, fingers crossed we get to survive it. Oh, the Mogwarts deck is super fun. The timing is a little bit poor because most of the cards that are good against Chatterstorm are also good versus Mogwarts. But the deck is really fun. Okay, so they have 1 first day. We are getting towards a lethal storm count. Okay, the Lotus Petal. Don't think they still have that Dark Ritual in their hand, because they have cast 3. Okay, that's the other first day. So their creatures aren't going to die now. Intro to Annihilation. Okay. What did they annihilate? Oh, Trespasser's Curse. Okay. So our plan here is Echoing Decay their critters. They each deal 1 to us, and then we play Pestilence. And we kill all their critters. I'm pretty sure we have enough mana for that. With the Radiant Fountain in our hand. All 1/1s. Okay, we'll take a bunch of damage. Oh, and the Guardian a turn too late. So close. We have to play the Pestilence this turn, though. Okay, and we have 4 mana. Do we, like... Is there a world where we get punished for passing the turn? We probably should have waited, actually, until their turn. It doesn't really matter. They have 1 card in hand. Doesn't matter. But I think we should have waited and done this on their turn. Alright, let's see what they have in hand. Oh, nice. Take the Chatterstorm. Pass back. No point in playing the Divest. Oh, nice draw. It's going to take them a while to get back up to snuff, and we have an Echoing Decay to deal with their next Chatterstorm. They've already used 3 of their first days and 3 of their Chatterstorms. So they only have a first day and a Chatterstorm left. We've won this game. I'm saying that a little bit overconfidently. Like, I am 98% sure we are winning this game. Not going to bother with the Divest this turn. Going to wait until they have a bigger hand. They do have Star and Sphere on the table, so that's 2 draws. Opponent still has quite a bit of time left on their clock. As long as they focus on the match, they should have no problem having time for a game 3. Oh, looks like they're making mana, so they're going to activate their eggs, I would imagine, and try and do a thing. They might just be like... They might have just drawn, you know, like first day in Chatterstorm, and then are going to make however many 2/2 squirrels and hope that's enough. Because they don't exactly have a lot of time. Oh, and they have the Duress. Yep. That's what I was worried about. That's why I was 98% sure. Because now they could, like, first day into Chatterstorm right now? Okay, phew. It's not first day into Chatterstorm. We're still good. So these 3 cards are not part of the relay. Cabal Ritual. First day, Peat Bog, Chatterstorm. Oh my god! As if they... Wow! So we really need to hit Pestilence. And they have another relay? Okay, well. Opponent finds the way to make us eat our words. This is probably just death for us, honestly. They've got a ton of mana. And they can first day Chatterstorm. Wow! So cool! Is there anything we can do? I guess we just play Guardian of the Guildpact and hold everything back, honestly. But, GG, opponent. I was sure I had you, and you showed me that, I don't. Well, blind, I would say that, the joke's on me. Opponent knows our last card. They've seen the Divest with previous Duress. So we can just 6 here. Wow, I was so sure we were getting this game. But Galvanic Relay is showing just how strong it is, allowing the opponent to draw so many cards. They had nothing. They went from nothing to... How many cards was that? A whole bunch. Oh, hey there, Kingo. What's up? I think at this point we can just scoop them up. The storm count's high enough that they could kill us at like 20. Our 2 blockers is not going to be enough. Not a fan. I'm going to mulligan this. 1 land hand, not into it. This is way better. We're missing the white mana. I think we're just going to get rid of the Castigate and go with it. If we can find some white mana for Guardian of the Guildpact, the Pestilence starts working. So yeah, we'll keep this one, get rid of Castigate. I was going to say something about, like, it's hard to know if it's bad luck or just playing badly, but couldn't quite figure out exactly how I wanted to say it. And you know how it is. When you can't figure out how you want to say a thing, you just backspace, eliminate the thing, and don't say it. Hoping this is a creature. Nope, it's Curse of the Pierced Heart. Oh, we get another land. No white mana, though. So we just pass the turn and sit here doing nothing. We've done nothing all game. Lightning Bolt, yep. Yep, that hurts. Kind of wish they would play a creature. And we just draw Swamp, so we have nothing. Ah well, it's my fault for keeping this hand. So they've probably got like Bolt, Bolt, Fire Blast in hand. Oh, read the bones. Really? I mean, I need white mana. Of course, I've already played my land, so I can't play that this turn. So that was a bad play on my part. I should have played the Read the Bones before I played the land, and then I could have used the Orzhov Basilica to return the Radiant Fountain this turn, and that would have been way better. So it's like we're dead on upkeep anyway. Now, I figured we would be dead right now. Opponent has 4 cards in hand. There's no way we should still be alive. Alright. This gets way better after sideboard. Get Lone Missionary, Circle Protection Red, Duress. Let's see here. I like a pile view for this. We brought in these cards. And get over here. Okay, so we want to take out Pestilence, Crypt Rats, and Read the Bones. Let's see if we can get this Pristine Talisman onto the board. Come on, Pristine Talisman. That's what I'm talking about. Turn 1 Duress. Let's go. So, I'd say Lightning Bolt here, probably. And just be aware that they have Searing Blaze. Lightning Bolt is one of their better cards because it's instant. Now we got a lot of removal. I'm wondering how many creatures the opponent's even playing in their deck. Traditionally, Burn has a pair of 4-ofs. Oh, nice. We get the land so we can guaranteed Pristine Talisman next turn. And if they do have one of their creatures, we can cast it down. Chain Lightning. And Chain Lightning again. Okay. We've seen the Rift Bolt as well. Let's go, Pristine Talisman. Do your thing. One life every turn. Oh, really? Hold on, let's... There we go. Like this. Pristine Talisman, then we have Echoing Decay or Cast Down Up. Now we're gaining 2 life a turn. Gain another life with Scoured Barrens. We're getting incidental life all over the place. 1, 2, 3. Play Bonder's Ornament. And Castigate. Oh, they only have Searing Blaze and 2 lands. We might as well take the Blaze, I guess. Pass turn. So they're only drawing... Yeah, these Pristine Talismans are pretty good here. Gaining back every turn almost what they're dealing in damage. And we get to use that mana to, like, draw a card, too? How good is that? Divest? That's not really going to hit anything, is it? We know they have land in hand, so it literally is not going to hit anything. It won't even give us information. Oh, wow. Yes, please. That should be GG. 3 Pristine Talismans. Well, I guess, yeah. Okay, so they are going to scoop it up to 3 Pristine Talismans. Cool. I was thinking, like, they could get Curse of the Pierced Heart, but, I mean, that we're gaining 2 life on that turn, so... Having those 3 Pristine Talismans feels like, how are you ever going to beat that as a burn player? We got Pristine Talisman, we got Missionary, only 1 land though. We are on the draw, so we have 2 turns to draw land. We have 22 lands in the deck. I'm going to risk it. Come on, lands. Let's get lucky and draw a land right off the top. Feeling pretty happy about that. We're not out of it yet, though. We still need another land. Go Lone Missionary into Pristine Talisman. I'd feel pretty good about that. We're actually going to Chainer's Edict first, though. Oh, yes. Edict you. Deck was very generous to us, giving us a pair of lands off the top on a 1-land keep. Okay, so it looks like another cast down is coming. Circle of Protection red, though. Oh, this deck is giving us everything. We want to kill this immediately. Don't let it do any damage to us. The question is, do we return the Scoured Barrens with this to gain the extra life? I mean, I'm all about gaining that life, but mana. I think that we return the Plains, because then we have 1, 2, 3, play Talisman, play Plains, play Missionary. So yeah, we return the basic. That 1 extra mana next turn is going to be worth a life easy. Okay, that's a good one. Sure. One, two, three, play Pristine Talisman, and Lone Missionary. And then next turn we play probably Bonder's Ornament and Circle Protection. It would be nice to get this Duress to resolve while they still have cards in hand. But I'm really trying to prioritize what's most important. Like, we wanted to get this Lone Missionary out since turn 2, but we had to kill those Thermal Alchemists. That was more important. Okay, so opponent is flooded. This is turn 5. They have 4 lands in play, and they're just straight up fire blasting us. I mean, it cuts through the Circle of Protection red, although it is a little bit sus. All right, you want to scoop to that? Not yet. Not yet, the opponent says, because we have 2 Curse of the Pierced Hearts. Whatever, I'll spend 2 mana every turn. Is it the triggered ability, or I guess we just target that? And I'll take 1. Okay, we'll play Guardian of the Guildpact. And, oh no, I messed up the mana a little bit. We could have actually paid for the circle, but this gives us 1 mana for next turn. So during the opponent's turn, if they have like a lightning bolt or something, we can prevent that. So I think that, yeah, we're fine with just taking that 1. If it means that we don't take 3 during the opponent's turn. Now we have 4 damage on the table. We can just really focus on activating the circle. And opponent scoops them up. We got lands, we got plays. I'm going to keep this. Mountain. We're playing against Burn again. We went chatter, chatter, burn, burn. Not a great hand versus Burn, but none of our Game 1 hands are great versus Burn. We're really looking for that Game 2, Game 3 win. But who knows, we could draw the Pristine Talismans. I was kind of hoping for a creature there. So we're going up to 8 cards. If we play the Basilica, we got to discard. Guess we just play Plains and go. I'm going to play the Swamp. Swamp Pass. Oh, a little bit flooded there, are you? What am I saying? 3 lands is pretty much the ideal for a Burn player. They want 3 lands and no more. Oh, Castigate. That's a card we can cast. Let's do it. No surprise there. Cast their Burn spell. Oh no. Another Burn spell. Are you just going to Fire Blast me? No, Searing Blaze. Whatever. We basically just take a dead card out of their hand. Chainer's Edict, Big Blah. Let's play this thing. Play our Karoo land. We got Cast Down if they play a creature. And we're dead. Oh, Radiant Fountain. Let me gain the life, opponent. Ah ha ha! We live for another turn. Might as well play Guardian of the Guildpact here. immune to your Searing Blazes. Thank you very much. Stop it. They should have played that Needle Drop in response to us gaining the life. They could have potentially drawn Lightning Bolt there and ended the game. Well, we don't have anything, so attack, play Guardian, go. Oh, we can play a land as well. Here it comes. No, that's just a Thermo Alchemist. Kill it. We go to 2. Get another Guardian of the Guildpact. Play the rats? Yeah, we probably could have played the rats there. Just like an extra way to do damage. We can attack with an extra creature that way. And maybe even tie the game. We just don't have enough black sources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're off by 3, which is a lot. And they had it anyway. Long game, though. Turn 9 versus burn. Alright, so do we remember what we did last time? I like pile view when I'm sideboarding. I want to bring in the 2 Duress. I want to bring in the 2 Lone Missionary and the 3 COP red. I wanted to take out the 4 Pestilence, the 2 Crypt Rats, and the Read the Bones. Thinking probably like Echoing Decay is just really not very good. So maybe we just bring in like Trespasser's Curse? We could bring in Relic of Progenitus just to draw a card, because it's a cantrip. Well, we got Circle Protection Red, so let's keep it. It'll be a while before COP Red is really ready to go, but not that long. We get it onto the battlefield turn 3 with mana up. All right, Plains. Well. Let's play the Karoo. And next turn, COP Red. No land? Not a bad one, actually. That was pretty good for them. Yeah, we'll play a, play Circle Protection Red. I'm going to prevent the damage from the Lava Runner, so we guarantee get prevention this turn. It's going to be less than their lightning bolts, but they could potentially wait and just not play them. So we'll guaranteed prevent 2 damage, and then they'll do their worst. Oh, the Curse of the Pierced Hearts. That's not even that bad. Good thing we prevented that damage. Okay, we'll take that one. I want my my mana. So I want to edict their creature and then hold up 2 lands. Pass. Sure, I can kill that too. Oh, nice tap land. I'm going to go ahead and cast this down immediately. If they have Fire Blast, they can use it. And they don't. All right. We're going to... Yeah, I'm going to prevent the damage here. Okay, they just scoop. Nice. So we get to go on to game 3. See what I mean about our deck being just way better? These divests are kind of painful, but they do have creatures to hit, and we just don't have anything better out of the sideboard to bring in for the divest. No, don't like this one. We don't have any of our good cards. And they're mulliganing as well. Oh, way better. Way better. Just get rid of one of these Guardians of the Guildpact, and we're good to go. Oh, even better. Scoured Barrens turn 1. Play that tap land, gain a life. Alright, do they have the critter? Nope, Curse of the Pierced Heart. Okay. Curse is pretty good, but it's not what I was afraid of. And we get removal for their critters. So we're not going to be taking any damage from their first Alchemist. Yep. Whatever damage you do this turn is going to hurt. Okay, Needle. That's fine. Curse of the Pierced Heart, we're going to let that happen. I'm more interested in casting Castigate here. Actually, I think I just pass. We'll just hold up all the mana. Circle Protection Red is super hard for the opponent to play through. Well, maybe we should have Castigate, get rid of that Curse of the Pierced Heart. I'm going to prevent one of them. No, I'm going to take both of these and I'll Castigate this turn. It's pretty tough for them to beat Circle. These curses are basically one of the ways to do it. Oh, really? Keldon Marauders. Let's get rid of that. And so we could have 2 sources up, or we could play the Basilica. Basilica lets us return the Scoured Barrens, gaining some life again. And what do they have in hand? Rift Bolt and Thermal Alchemist? Seems like a great time to play this. And we'll return the Barrens so that we can gain an extra life with it. Sure, we'll Chainer's Edict that. And Rift Bolt, yep. Do I let these go again? I think so. It's just 1 damage. Edict you. Gain a life. Pass the turn. So we can prevent the Rift Bolt and whatever else they have. Thermo Alchemist is actually pretty good here. But they don't have a lot of sources, so it's not going to be able to, like, ping, 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 ping. And eventually we'll be able to Edict it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so we're going to pay for these this turn. And opponent scoops them up to that. Nice! One land hand. I mean, I kept a one land hand before, but this is not a one land hand I'm interested in keeping. Let's mulligan this. This is way better. Alright, so I know I'm going to keep it, but I don't know what I'm going to get rid of. It's difficult without knowing what the opponent is playing. But let's see here. MtG Goldfish can tell me what they were playing the other day. No way. They were playing Cascade the other day, and they got a trophy with it. So if they're playing Cascade again, then we're going to want probably the Castigate, probably the Bonder's Ornament, probably not the Pristine Talisman. Hey, thanks, Rocket Man. I guess we were thinking the same way there. And this is only based on what they were playing the other day. We don't know what they're playing today. So if, they play basic Mountain Rift Bolt, I'll be feeling kind of foolish. But that is a nice looking forest. And I think that we might be right about what they're playing. So let's Castigate and find out for sure. Oh, crop rotation. This is Tron. Uh-oh. Wait, what? Okay, this is cool. Serrated Arrows. Oh man, this card is awesome. One of the best cards out of Homelands. We probably just take the Altasaur here. Although they can just Pulse of Marasa it back, so we probably have to take the Pulse. No, they can't Pulse of Marasa it back. It's exiled. I have another Castigate. Alright, we're going to play the Bonder's Ornament here. What about Didgeridoo? We don't have enough mana here to draw a card, so Castigate. Didgeridoo don't. Ooh, we can get a crop rotation here, which keeps them off of Tron. No, Tower, Power Plant, Mine, they already have it. So we can take the Muldrifter or the Altasaur. I'm going to take the Muldrifter. And hope the Chainer's Edict kills the Altasaur. Because otherwise that thing will kill us real quick. Oh, did you just draw that? I didn't see it in your hand before. This is going to be real tough. I don't know if we're going to get this one. Edict you. We don't have enough mana to Bonder's Ornament, so we'll play the Scoured Barrens. Pass turn. Oh, there's the Altasaur. No creature, please. Okay. So we can kill the Altasaur. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. We can actually cast the Chainer's Edict from the graveyard. That's nice. And we'll play the Plains because it's the card the opponent knows about. If we could just go Chainer's Edict from hand, we can actually draw a card with Bonder's Ornament. We're going to do that. And I guess technically we should have done this during the end of the opponent's turn. But I did it so I could hit 6 through my opponent's turn. I could have just hit 0, but yeah. It was kind of a shortcut on time, but not perfect play. Maelstrom reveals Cast Down. Cast Down has nothing to target, so we're going to be able to Chainer's Edict this. Ooh, that's Bojuka Bog. That was the reason to cast the Chainer's Edict from my graveyard last turn. Ouch. Good day, Hunter. Thanks for the follow, friend. I guess we Bonder's Ornament this turn. Hope we hit a removal spell. Ha! Always had it. So what do we got here? We got Dust to Dust, Duress, Relic of Progenitus, and Dust to Dust isn't going to be very good. We're only going to bring in maybe 1 or 2 to get rid of these Prophetic Prisms. Oh, actually, they hit the Maelstrom Colossus, so yeah, we'll bring in a few of those. Crop Rotation. Yeah, they don't cascade into the best things. Like, they do have very good things to cascade into. Maelstrom Pulse cascading into Altasaur, cascading into Muldrifter is amazing. But they've been hitting bad cards on their cascades. You have another Bojuka Bog opponent? If you have a second Bojuka Bog, that's pretty good. No, it's a Mortuary Mire. That's still pretty good. Oh, Doctor of Time asks, what do I think should be banned from Pauper? Well, first off, Chatterstorm. Chatterstorm needs to go. And then after that, I'm not too sure. I would really want to see the format after Chatterstorm was banned. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. Chainer's Edict you. I would want to see Affinity after everything gets back to normal, because Affinity is good, but I want to see how the rest of the format would deal with it. So they have 1 card in hand. I don't think we have any idea of what it is, though. So do we Castigate before they untap? I think so. I mean, it's the only thing we can do. And maybe it's a good card. What a get! What a draw! Damn! We're going back and forth, and like, there's some really cool stuff going on here. That Muldrifter draw was pretty good. Well, 1 card in hand again. We got the Castigate. Let's draw a card. See what we get with this. Echoing Decay. Okay, that's pretty good. I'm going to Castigate. Okay, take their cast down. I guess I Echoing Decay the Muldrifter, just get it off the board. I don't think they have any way to blink the Muldrifter. They don't seem to be playing counter spells. Let's pass the turn. Maybe they play second Muldrifter, and we get double value. Oh, Bonder's Ornament. So if they want to draw cards with Bonder's Ornament, they draw us cards. But it goes the other way too. Pestilence is not a good draw. Pass the turn. I am not interested in drawing the opponent cards. Their cards are better than ours. Don't really want to draw my opponent's cards, but we're going to do it. I would like a card to play on my turn, please. Oh, Duress is nice. Take one of their better cards that they drew with the Bonder's Ornament there. Okay, they're going to weather the storm. That's fine. You like the opponent's deck? I think that it's definitely the most interesting of the Tron decks. Pass turn. Like I said, I'm not super interested in using my Bonder's Ornament. Didn't we just... Yeah. Thoughtseize glitch. They get 2. So yeah, we're definitely going to be bringing in the Ashes to Ashes or whatever. Oh, nice. Now they have the Serrated Arrows. So Arrows eventually kills Guardian of the Guildpact. And by eventually, I mean very quickly. But it would get the arrows off the battlefield, so let's play the Guardians and get those arrows out of here. Do I want to play Pestilence as well? I don't think I want to lose a Pestilence. We'll pass. I'm going to have to start playing faster. We are 2 minutes behind on clock. And we're still in game 1. This is kind of feeling like a game that could go to time. Okay, I'm going to always yield to my opponent's Bonder's Ornaments. Oh, they Cascade into Muldrifter? That's a good one. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we can kill their board with Pestilence. They only have 17 cards left in the deck? I should be drawing cards just to mill them. Okay, they should use their Serrated Arrows here, take 1 damage instead of 2. Starting to catch up on time. I should have used Pestilence earlier. Forgot about Cave of Temptation. But it will be fine. Because Pestilence does damage 1 at a time. So we'll just have to do 6 instead of 5. Nice. Caves is sorcery only? Thank you. I miss things like that sometimes. Ooh. Wow. Yeah, that's some big stuff coming down. Good thing we can just wipe the board with this Pestilence we already have. Do you have another Mortuary Mire? What do you get? They lose a power plant. They got something. I don't even know. Sure, play another Bonner's Ornament. Draw as many cards as you like. Pulse of Marassa. Oh, yeah. Get another Maelstrom Colossus. Gain some life. You're not going to just play it immediately, are you? You wait on that Maelstrom Colossus, opponent. Okay, Cave of Temptation is pretty good. Fortunately, we have Cast Down, so we can just kill it. They played the other Colossus? Opponent, I have Pestilence on the board. Okay, that's pretty good. No, this is pretty good. Like, look at what they're doing here. This is awesome for them. Seriously. They just get to go ahead and attack with Boarding Party. We're going to... They're not even attacking with Boarding Party. That's great. So let's cast down the big Colossus. Hold on. How much black mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 mana, so we don't really need to cast that down. We can just do the extra damage. Alright. We'll just do the extra damage then. Oh, nope. They can block that. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just kill all your stuff. And then they're going to kill me with, like, Rolling Thunder. Killed all your stuff, opponent. Oh, they got another Colossus. Oh, and a Boarding Party. They have 5 cards left in their deck. I'm going to cast this down so we don't have to worry about our life total as much. Let's see what they have in hand. Get rid of the Boarding Party. Play the Scoured Barrens. Attack. And pass the turn. I love that they're not killing my Guardian of the Guildpact with their serrated arrows. That's awesome. So they just have a bunch of lands in hand? Go ahead. Starting to lose time again. Okay, opponent has 1 card left. Bojuka Bog you. Ask you to draw a card. Pass turn. Cool. So we win that one, but we're down on time by 2 minutes. So we have to win this game. Rocket Man, I can't answer that question. Guardian should have been dead, which would have eliminated the Pestilence, which would have maybe allowed the opponent to win the game. But they just never used their arrows again. So let's see here. The Divest are actually going to be very good. They have a ton of Cascade creatures plus artifacts. We want all the dust to dust. Relic of Progenitus. Take out the Echoing Decay. So Circle Protection Red is no. Lone Missionary is no. Duress is very meh. Like, they're very creature heavy. So I'm actually thinking I might want to take out the 2 Duress here. And then one other card I'm going to have to take out. Maybe one of the dust to dust. Yeah, I think having 3 of these is definitely enough. There's going to be a lot of cards we're going to want to hit, but we're not going to want to have like 2 dust to dust in our hand and be staring down no artifacts. All right. Satisfied with this, let's submit. Gonna have to try and play fast here. The hand is not great. Doesn't really do too much. But we have our land drops. We have a Guardian. I'm going to keep it anyway. Mediocre hand keep. Story of the day. Maybe opponent doesn't know how Pestilence works. We will absolutely take that win. What is the Mogwarts deck we were talking about earlier? I have a couple of copies of that on my YouTube page if you want to check it out. Give me a moment here. If you look up Goblin Combo on my YouTubes, you can find the deck. But basically it uses First Day of Class, Prospector. What are we going to do here? I think we're going to play a land and divest. And it uses Putrid Goblin to make Unbound Mana. Okay, so they have the Bonder's Ornament and the Altasaur. I think I'm going to take the Altasaur because we don't have any way to deal with that. And Bonder's Ornament was more of a liability for them last time. What's Reap and Sow? Destroy target land. Wow, that's terrifying. At least they didn't get the this one. So yeah, we're not going to be able to play the Bonder's Ornament this turn. Let's just play this. And we'll hit 6. Mortuary Mire, they're going to be able to get their Dinosaur. So this is actually going to be a very quick game. Ooh, yeah, super quick game. Opponent's about to kill us. Wow, look at that Cascade. Scoop 'em up. We're not winning that game. Very cool, opponent. Very cool. All right. Maybe some number of Duress? I took the Duress out, but maybe we need them. Yeah, I mean, we played that super, super long game 1, and then game 2 was over in an instant. Sheesh. Yeah, I think we keep this. I think this is fine. It's a little bit awkward with the double Karoo land. Okay, opponent only mulligans once. Oh, dust to dust. Okay, let's divest. And get the Prophetic Prism or the Muldrifter. I think we take the Muldrifter because we have the dust to dust. Oh, fuck. Please let me play my land. Yeah, phew. I almost F6 through my turn, chat. Phew. That would have been a game-losing punt. But instead, we get to keep playing. So they have a pair of crop rotations, they have Ancient Grudge, Ancient Stirrings, and Muldrifter. I guess we just take the Drifter again. Get a Bonder's Ornament. Oh, this Dust to Dust is going to be pretty nice, getting rid of Bonder's Ornament and Prophetic Prism. Here comes Crop Rotation. Get themselves a Power Plant, exactly. And now Tower. And Tower plays Ornament. Okay. Let's kill their colored mana. No colored mana for you. Alright, unfortunately, we only have removal, so we're not able to press this advantage, and now the opponent has colored mana again. Okay, that's a pretty good one. Boarding Party. We're going to go ahead and cast that down. Don't want to take damage from it. Pestilence, we don't have a creature on the board, so pass. Mortuary Mire gets them back. Muldrifter or Boarding Party? Gonna be the Muldrifter. Oh, wow, this is pretty good. They have an Altasaur, so they got to set up the Mire into Muldrifter. Pretty good. Wonder if they took out arrows? I mean, they don't know how to use the card, so they should probably take it out. We got double Edict here, I think is probably the plan. Although if we double Edict, we're setting ourselves up to get got by... Okay, they've already used 2 crop rotations. Yeah, I think I'm just going to double Edict so we can keep the cast down. 1, 2. So if we play the Pestilence, then we could... yeah, it doesn't seem great. All right. Kill their stuff. Have a question what Tron is doing in leagues? Yeah, you don't see Tron in leagues too often, but this is a totally different beast. This is a fast Tron deck where they're using Cascade to just like throw a bunch of big creatures on the board and attack with them. See, this is exactly why I kept the cast down. Although they got crop rotation with a boarding party, give me a break. That gets rid of both of our Chainer's Edicts out of the graveyard. So we were rewarded and punished. Another Chainer's Edict. Pass turn. Yeah, I was thinking about that, Rocket Man, but I wanted to have the cast down in hand for the boarding party, which is what I meant by rewarded and punished. Because, you know, like they played the boarding party, so I had the cast down, but... yeah, that delay is real today. Uh-oh. What's this? Is this the big artifact? Yep. Yeah, it is. So the Chainer's Edict just gets the Mole Drifter, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Chainer's Edict does not kill Colossus. What if we play Pestilence? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we don't have enough black mana. So we're just going to have to hope that Chainer's Edict stays in our graveyard and they don't play another creature next turn. We don't have a Bonder's Ornament, so we're not able to keep up on card draws with the opponent. Really wish this Pestilence was a Bonder's Ornament, for example. In our game 1, we drew a couple cards with Bonder's Ornament before the opponent even had one down, and I think that was a big reason why we ended up winning that game. We had that card advantage. Another Maelstrom Colossus into a boarding party? Okay, GG. We fought hard, but it looks like it's going to be another 3-2 for us. And really cool deck. This is really impressive. I like what the opponent's doing. Dust to Dust? Huh. I mean, best draw? Absolutely. Can we still play? 1, 2, 3, and then we have 4 mana left for 4, 5, so we can play the Pestilence. They hit us. No. Okay, so we Dust to Dust, and then we Chainer's Edict the boarding party next turn. I think we play the Pestilence here just in case they end up getting a second creature, and then we can, like, Pestilence for 3, go to 1 or 2. At least we've been catching up on time here. And honestly, we can just 6 through this turn. We're not going to be doing 1 damage with Pestilence. I don't know a world where we're going to do that. I think that's GG. One, two, three. Then we have 1, 2, 3 mana left. 4. Oh, is that another boarding party? Okay, well, that's it. We haven't seen a talisman yet. We don't need talismans in this matchup. The only time we saw talisman was when it actually mattered versus burn. Yeah, we were just letting the opponent finish it because the league and the game were literally ending, so let the opponent have the satisfaction of swinging in for lethal, you know? And also, hi there. Right, so that was our league. We went 3-2 with Orzhov Pest. Ended up having some pretty interesting matches. We had 2 matches versus Chatterstorm, 2 matches versus Burn, and then a Tron matchup. So we actually didn't see any Affinity, and we didn't see any Dimir, which is kind of strange for a league. Usually those are the decks you're going to see: Chatterstorm, Affinity, and Dimir. So as far as this deck goes, definitely happy that I picked it up again. This is one of my favorite ways to play Magic. Just like, take everything away from the opponent. Take the cards out of their hand, take their creatures off of the board, and put a Pestilence down to say that you don't get to play Magic again. The sideboard here is obviously very well set up for the meta, paying particular attention to Burn, and to Affinity, and to Chatterstorm. We didn't see Dimir, so I'm not exactly sure how the Dimir matchup would go. But I do intend on playing this deck again fairly soon if Chatterstorm is staying in the format. So maybe we'll find out next time. Is Burn good right now? Yes. Burn, I mean, is anything good in Pauper? The best thing in Pauper is Chatterstorm and Affinity, but Burn is absolutely playable. So register those basic mountains. Don't be afraid. The deck is good. That's the only deck that you own? Fair enough. That's the only deck I own in Modern, is Burn. Although I have not updated it in quite some time. Where's my Pauper Burn deck? This is what I have for Pauper Burn, but again, this has not been updated. So you'd want to do a little bit of research on how the deck should look, but you're going to be wanting to go fairly heavy on the Martyr of Ashes if you're going to be playing Burn in the current meta. This is one of the most important cards, along with Smash to Smithereens.